Wow. Just wow. First off, before I even get started talking about this, my favorite team, kudos to those Dallas Cowboys. I can't believe I'm saying this with a straight face. However, literally, literally, the best thing about the Cowboys that game was that their defense came to play. They took care of business against a sorry offense. They did what they had to do, and they got out with a dub. Kudos to them. You played well defensively, and offensively, you didn't as make. Offensively, they didn't make as much mistakes as New Orleans did. But wow, this team. I had a, I knew the offense would take a nosedive in offensive production when Breeze got hurt. But my God, I did not expect it to be this bad. But I guess that's what happens when you have no wide receivers, no running backs, your two starting left tackles out. When you're riddled with injuries, you're just riddled with injuries. This season has just been, and also no starting quarterback. Jameis Winston literally went 5-2 with this bum ass wide receiving core. That's shocking. However, he did have Kamara, and in this 5 game losing streak, they just don't have Kamara. They no offensive production whatsoever. Kamara is literally their weapon. Taysom Hill, I wasn't expecting much going into this game, but he did he did look better than Trevor Simeon. Sure. It doesn't say much, honestly, but this season just been a wash. If I'm the defense is literally the best thing about this team, and the defense is playing its ass off, and it's just getting nothing from the offensive side of the ball. The receivers tra the receivers are trash. This wide receiving core needs to just release them all and just draft wide receivers. Jesus Christ. One of those interceptions Taysom Hill threw. Oh, by the way, Taysom Hill threw 4 interceptions, three in the fourth quarter. That first interception, that is not his fault. The receiver just needs to catch the ball. It was a tip. He didn't. It was in his hands. He dropped it, and I don't know who the Cowboy defender was, but that was just a great play. The other three, the other three were just flat out awful. Like one to Trayvon Diggs, one a picked six by a defensive lineman. Like, granted, yes, he played with a split on his throwing hand finger. It's pretty much the same injury Russell Wilson had this season, only less severe, but still, you're asking Taysom Hill, who's not really a quarterback, trying to make plays. At this point, you got a rookie quarterback in the name of Ian Book coming out of from Notre Dame. I'm literally at the point where I'm just like, why not see? Why not see what he can do? But then again, he has no receivers, no weapons whatsoever. So this season, this season is done for me. This team sucks. I'm just gonna say it. New Orleans Saints this year, when Winston went down, they went from contender to just flat out sucking. This is not the year. Just Sean Payton, what are you gonna do? What are you going to do? Sean Payton and the Saints have way too much pride to just fall down and just lose the next 5 games. You're 5-7. You're 5-7 right now. Are you gonna? I. I'm gonna be real with you. Yes, mathematically, Mathematically, they could make a playoff push. They could try and attempt to make the playoffs. But I'm literally like, what's the point? We're just gonna get knocked down in the first round. This offense has shown me nothing whatsoever to make me confident that they can get past the first round. So I'm like, you know, if the Saints lose every other game this season, I really would not give two shits about it. Forget my language. I really would not care if they. It would actually be probably better. It would probably be better. Draft a wide receiver help. Fits this offense in free agency. Is Jesus Christ, and get freaking healthy. If you want to give Winston a one more shot, okay. If you get Russell Wilson, okay. Just for the love of God, this receiving core needs to be fixed badly. So literally, this is gonna come down to like, if you want to make the playoff push, if you want to try and make the playoffs, okay, fine. I'd be happy, but I mean, okay. But this season, it just feels like to me, from what I saw from that Cowboy game, offensively, this ain't it. This is just not it whatsoever. I've had music producers, co-workers, a DJ telling what my team should do and just run the ball. Because literally, the best thing about Taysom Hill is that he can run the ball. He can literally just run the ball like it's out of his mind. He hurdled some players. I mean, the offense just run the ball at this point. growing pain, growing pains with the team. I'm looking at this jersey, man. If you want to trade, if you want to trade, if you want to trade him, trade him. Get draft picks because he hasn't been producing. He hasn't been producing. He's the best ability is availability, but even then, just get receiver help. Get a number two. Get like, I'm just like, just get help. If you can draft like a good receiver, please. If you want to run it back with Winston, I say he gets another year. I give him one more shot. After all, he went 5-2, and then when he got hurt, you're 0-5. Does that says a lot? Yeah. So kudos to the Cowboys. I got Cowboy fans who even the Cowboy fans were not too pleased with that victory because the way the Saints were playing, I'm gonna be dead honest, the Cowboys should have won by like 30 minimum. Because wow, four interceptions, and they only lost by 10. Wow. And the defense of the Saints gave up only 20 points. Hey, impressive. Just be competitive. Cowboys, you're going to win the division. You're going to win this division. The Cowboy fans are still most annoying. However, there are some fans I had to respect. You know what I'm talking about, that ugh. AJ, if you're hearing this, AJ, you got a really good team. I'm not gonna say Super Bowl, but actually, because your offense, I still have questions, but your defense is hella solid. Micah Parsons has been playing his tail off. Probably defensive player of the year. I give it to him. Easily defensive rookie of the year. Trayvon Diggs. I mean, he's like a young Marcus Peters. He gets burned a lot, but yes, he can make interceptions. So Saints, this just isn't the year. Personally, I had 2 days. I had literally 2 days. At the time of this recording, I'm recording on Saturday. Game happened on Thursday. I had some time to think about it. At the first day, I'm like, you know what? Just shut it down. Shut it down. Because wow. This just ain't it. It's just not happening. I would rather like lose out, get high draft picks. But then again, I'm like, this team has too much pride. This too much pride to just fall down and tank. So at this point, yeah, we'll see what happens. If the Saints lose out, I'm really not gonna care. I'm not gonna lose. I'm not gonna get a heart attack. I'm not gonna get anxiety over any of these games because this team sucks. New Orleans. I'm just gonna say it. Not this year. This team is absolute offensively pathetic garbage. End of the day, Cowboys win, get more comfortable in that division, take care of business. I lost money. AJ's one of the most tame Cowboy fans I know. That bastard Cortland literally can talk noise before a game, but after a game he's relatively quiet. That literally shocked me. So, yeah. And then there's that other guy. That other guy that just loves to gloat. You know who I'm talking. People, you know who I'm talking about. Little shorty. Ugh. Season's done. Season done. Whodat on 3. Rebuild and move on to the next season on 6. 1, 2, 3. Whodat. 4, 6. Rebuild and move on. Yeah. Jets next. I really just don't care. But I will be talking more in depth on every other game and even talk even more about the Saint Cowboy game in further detail on the Let's Just Talk About podcast, which will be coming out like on say Tuesday. So yeah. AJ, your team's fine. Your team is fine. Cortland, GG's, yeah. You know what?